Hello guys, this is Devyan Agrawal and today I have developed an online voting system using blockchain. So firstly let's see over this. So this I have developed using Flutter. So what will the benefit is that this app we can even use in Android mobile, or we can use in iOS mobile, or even in your PC you can use web browser to use this system. Now, I have used Get for making the accounts and doing the transactions, but you can also use Coven or other networks like uh, what we say that Ethereum and all. So here I have already used MetaMask to extract the private address of the owner and the voter that will see using MetaMask. Now, this is the smart contract that I have written. So here I have written a smart contract for election. So the election will have a candidate who will have his name and the number of votes that he has got. Election will have a voter who will have the name, authorized or not. So the owner of the election who has started the election needs to authorize a voter. Then only the voter will able to vote. Now to whom he has voted and whether he has voted or not. So the voter can only vote once, not more than once. So now there will be an owner who has started the election and the election will have a name that will be given by the owner. Now the owner starts an election with the election name, and the owner only can add the candidate. The owner only can authorize the voter. This function will return the total number of candidates in the election. This function will return the total number of votes that has been given in this election, and this function will return the information of the candidate. So firstly let us compile this and let's deploy. But before deploying, already I have set the ether base as default address from which which is the owner's address from which now the transaction will take place. And firstly we will need to unlock the account. So for unlocking the account we will use this personal.unlock account and the account number which we need to unlock so that transaction from this can take place. So it has been unlocked. Now we can deploy it. So for deploying we will have to start the mining as a transaction has to take place. Now when we'll get the hammer sign 3 times, then we can say that yeah, transaction has been started. Now okay, we can see that our contract has successfully been deployed. So let us copy the contract address and paste it in our app. Okay, and let's start the app. Okay, now our app will be started. Till the time it will take to start, let's read something till then. And yeah, firstly we need to stop the mining as it will consume the energy. Yeah, we can see that online voting system is gaining a lot of momentum and is in trend, as it is having a lot of potential to decrease the organizational cost and increase voters turnout. We can see that voter doesn't turn out because of time constraint or personal issues, but because it will be online, it will be very convenient and easy for the voter to vote from anywhere. Only he needs is an internet connection. And we can see that in today's world the most important thing is security and the time. So blockchain keep an eye on both, and it also eliminates the need to print ballot papers or open polling stations. So it helps to conserve a lot of resources. Electronic voting system must be legitimate, accurate, safe and convenient when used for elections. Even a single vulnerability can lead to large scale manipulation of votes. Blockchain technology came into the ground to overcome these issues and offer decentralized nodes for electronic voting, and is used to produce electronic voting systems mainly because of their end-to-end verification advantages. I've told you we are making the project on online voting system and using blockchain technology. and it is having a lot of objectives like eligibility, who can vote, unreusability, so voter can only vote once, privacy, voters information shouldn't be leaked, fairness, the voting system should be very fair, soundness, invalid ballot should be detected and not taken into account during tallying, and completeness, all valid ballots should be tallied correctly. So this is the model in which we are working. So there will be a voter who needs to be registered. For registration, he needs to be authorized by the owner of the election who has started the election basically, and there will be a server who will keep an eye on the voter whom to which candidate basically he has voted, and this system will go on using blockchain technology. This was the study of feasibility, and you can see this, and till now our system might have been started. So let's see. Yeah, it has started. So let's start the election first. Now for starting the election, we need to unlock the account. So yeah, we will use this account to for the transaction. So firstly, let's unlock this account. Every time election has to take place, you have to give password or has to unlock this account. Okay, it has unlocked. So let's start an election. Let's give an election a name. Let's say it election 1. Okay, start the election. Okay, for starting the election we need to start the transaction, that is mining. Okay, the election has been started. Now what we need firstly is to add the candidate. Now candidate needs to be added only by the owner. So let's add the first candidate. Let's say first candidate is Manisha. So add candidate. Okay, we can also see in election in smart contract that what is the election name. Election name it hasn't taken till now. Okay, we have to also start the transaction, that's why it's not coming. Okay, the candidate has been added. So yeah, candidate, we can see the information of candidate has been added, Manisha. Okay, election name it's showing now, election 1. Now as election has been started and first candidate has been added, let's add the another candidate also. So right now we will add the next candidate also once it will start. Okay, wait for a second. In blockchain basically it takes some time for mining for a transaction to take place. Yeah, it's showing that total candidates added is 1, and her name is Manisha as we can see. Next, add next candidate. So the next candidate is, let's say it Dev, and let's add the next candidate. Now when next candidate will be added, we will able to see here candidate 1 information. Till now it hasn't been added, so it's not showing right now. Once the mining will be done and transaction will take place, we will able to see here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, now transaction has taken place and candidate 2 has been added with the name Dev, and total number votes that he has got is 0. Okay, now as candidate has been added, we need to authorize the voter. So for authorization we will need to give the address of the voter. So this is the address that we are using for the voter. So we need the owner need to authorize this. So now this will be authorized in some time when transaction will get completed. I don't know guys why, but my system is working a bit slow right now. So we can see the results that candidate has been added, election started and all. The message is coming. Right now authorization is taking place. So let's see that whether the voter has been authorized or not. This was the address, and yeah, we can see that voter with this address has been authorized, and till now he haven't voted. So now our voting will go on. So what we will do right now, as right now we will have firstly need to stop the mining, and we need to change the default address. So we need to give the default address of the voter, as the computer should or the system should understand that yeah, right now the voter is operating the system and is going to vote. Next we will need to unlock the account of the voter, as transaction has to take place using his account. So yeah, and we need to unlock this account. Yeah, account has been unlocked. Now let's start the mining first. We can even start right now or even start afterwards. So it has started, and now the voter has to vote. Let's say the voter votes to Dev. Okay, now voter has given vote to Dev. Now let's see what happens. Here also we can see that right now the transaction haven't taken place, so we will need to wait for some time till the transaction happens, because in smart contract also right now it's showing that the voter haven't voted right now. Yeah, so we can see that transaction has taken place and the voter has voted to candidate 1, that is Dev, and as we can see that Bool voted true, so he has voted once, so he can't vote again. We will see this right now, and we can see here candidate 0 got 0 votes and candidate 1 has got 1 vote. Okay, yeah, total number of votes that has been given is 1, and the vote has been given to Dev. And right now, as the default address that is set is of that voter only who has already given the vote, we can see that he can't vote again. A error message will come right now. So as he has voted once, so we can see that error has occurred and he tries to vote again. Let's say he wants to vote to Manisha, and we can see that again error has occurred, that he has voted once and he can't vote again. So this was the project that I have made today. Thank you guys.